Hey everybody, and welcome back to my Minecraft world. So if you've been keeping up with things the past few weeks, you would know that last week I did a world tour, and I mentioned several times it'd be really embarrassing if I forgot something, right? Right? Well, I did, and this happened multiple times. In the video, I forgot to show the how did we get here place at first, but then I went back because I hadn't finished recording and editing yet. But then, after all that, I got back to playing on the world, and I realized, oh, my Elytra needs repaired. And then it hit me. I didn't show the XP farm. I also completely forgot to show a really cool build area, so today we're going to do that. This week I don't have a ton of time to record, so I thought this was a good enough idea for a video. Like World Tour Part 2, I played Minecraft for 7,501 days, right? Yeah. But here's the XP farm. Wow, look at that thing. So, uh, little bit of a story about this XP farm. Let's go into free can to show the sheer scale of this thing, because also pillager noises are really annoying. So before the Tricky Trials update, pillagers did not used to drop ominous bottles. They just straight up gave you the bad omen effect, which was really annoying if you ever owned villagers. Thankfully, I built this a little bit after that change, and now it works as a pretty great XP farm. You see, there's just a bunch of layers. They see the golems, they go into the water columns, they get brought up, and then they all fall down. They're on one heart, and then I can just bam them. Um, and yeah, no bad omen, but I do have a bunch of bad omen bottles, which is it's convenient. I also went a little experimental with the build palette. I really like this palette, but I've never really used it. Besides this build, you got the nether bricks, got the prismarine bricks, mixed with black stained glass. I think it's really cool. Personally, this is a favorite color palette that isn't just straight up earth tones. It gives some amazing variation to what you normally see, especially in this world. But why did I choose this place of all places to make a pillager XP farm? Well, conveniently enough, this pillager outpost used to be on top of a mountain, so it was pretty easy to mod proof it. Alright, so this is a copy of the world, and this is what the pillager outpost looked like beforehand. It's a little bit too much work to do a perfect, like fade in shot, but you can imagine this thing has been dug down quite a lot. This is a solid chunk of mountain, but it's not terrible because a lot of the spawn area is air. But yeah, this took like a day to shred out, and then another day to build. I'm like, and I still use this thing. It's a bit inconvenient because I have to get here before my elytra breaks, because it is in the sky and there's no nether portals. Because if I added a nether portal, that's a spawn space for the pillagers, and I can't be having that. All right next to this place, we have another little build area. I am going the right way. Here we have da 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 the Springdom, and it's not much right now. And honestly, I don't know how to continue it because I don't want every single building to just look like that one. But we'll get to that. So this is I had the idea of making a little valley area sort of thing like this, a village, and just like putting foliage and crops and plants everywhere. And I think this screenshot of it right here does a really good job of that. Every single available space is filled up with some sort of plant life. Over here, it's also good, but as we get to over here, it's like, not a huge fan. The stuff that I've detailed and everything, absolutely enjoy that a lot. But, like, no interior, not a huge fan of that. But when you can't see that down here, it's pretty good. Every time that Minecraft adds some new sort of foliage, I add that, like Firefly Bush. Um, Added those falling leaves from the tree. Added those. I think those are the only new actual additions, but I spammed these bushes all over the place. We, of course, got a water wheel that goes into, I guess not into a lake, out from some aqueducts up here. You might be wondering, where do they come from? Well, this one water source, um, it supplies everything, so that's cool. But you also may have noticed that the terrain is a bit different. This did not used to be coarse dirt, and this did not used to be brown concrete powder. Just because we did it with the Pillager Outpost popping back into the original copy of the world, this is what this area used to look like. Stony peaks, bunch of trees. I'm pretty sure this is exactly where the current lake is, and then I also dug that all the way down to make a river. And of course, here is the single water source. So yeah, it's a pretty nice area and still needs a lot of work. And just as I thought we were done with this video, that I remember everything I'd forgotten, I remembered one more thing. A project that I don't really go to often, so it's not super inexcusable that I completely forgot about it, but almost took a third video to recognize it. So here we are at the witch farm. So for those of you who don't know, witch farms were changed, I guess not witch farms, but witches specifically were changed in a recent-ish update where they now drop by default, without even looting or anything, 4 redstone per witch. So witch farms got a huge buff, especially if you needed redstone, which I do. Oh my, why is that guy there? Which, of course, I do. So, you know, there's a bunch of designs out there that are like, oh, this is the best witch farm ever. And I was like, this is a really cool farm. It's going to be overpowered no matter how efficient it is. I want to design my own. So that's exactly what I did. It might not be an original idea, but I thought of the idea without seeing anything else and designed it myself. So it could be it could be definitely more optimized, but I think it's cool. So let's turn this thing on. So when I do the lever, because of the mechanisms I'm going to show you in a second, it's very important that we don't randomly unload this place when it's not turned off. So to prevent that, it locks us in from the top with the trapdoor, and it breaks the portal. So there is no way out by mistake without turning this lever off. And by turning that lever off, does it? Okay, it doesn't automatically activate the portal. Oh, wrong button. It does not automatically reactivate the portal, but I can. So yeah, let's turn this thing on. Let's see what it's like. Let's go down to the witch farm. So when we flick that lever, it sends down a chain of honey block, redstone pistons, and activates the flying machines. So, like I said, I hadn't really seen any designs like this, but I did get inspiration from the funny idea of, oh, most witch farms have a shifting floor and like stagnant middle bits that like allow the hitboxes to glitch. What if instead of that, I make the walls move and the floor stays put? So yeah, that's the flying machines. We got 3 levels. Oh my gosh. Whew. I'm gonna have to turn that down. Friendly creatures off. Okay, yeah, we got a bunch of mine carts, by the way. So we got 3 layers here, and yeah, when the flying machine gets to the end, the log updates the leaves, and then triggers that observer to send it back. Little clever leaf stone thing. They're also all synchronized, which is really cool. I forget if the design requires them to be synchronized. It might, but for that I just use. You're not supposed to be there. Uh-oh. Not much I can do about that. Well, I guess I could put a glass block there. But yeah, this guy's here for some reason. But yeah, when I activate this, it just updates all the leaves, and when I turn it off, it stays there so that the observer never receives the update from the leaf. Then they just get entity crammed and their drops just get sent up the water elevator. I've got a system that's supposed to retract this line of blocks and power up the lanterns over there. I realize now, I was looking back at this a while ago, I was like, why do these not turn on? It's because I never finished the thing. But it makes sense why those don't turn on. But these ones, it's just some weird bud powering stuff. I don't understand it. But thank you all for watching this update to to a world tour. If I forgot anything else, it is not making it into a video this year. You'll have to wait till next year. Or I'll just forget about it because that is a bit embarrassing. Playing in this world for 3 years after two videos it took to get through everything, and I still forgot something that's at that point I just like reset those chunks, right? But yeah, thank you all for watching this far into a world tour that was never supposed to be this many videos, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye bye.